If you're using the default setup and you're wondering if there's better settings that you just don't know about, in this video I'll share some of those tips and show you what worked for me and the changes I made. Right away at the start, I'll slow the video down to 50% speed so you can see the default setup really hesitates off the starting line. For this first corner, you want to stay full throttle here. You want to aim for the no public sign, and you can actually clip that sign. For the next corner, you want to aim for the orange flag and go wide on exit. Shift up into fourth gear right after. There's a dip and a bump right here that will unsettle the car and bounce it really bad. Shifting up into fourth really keeps the car planted. You can see the gear set I used is 4, and the front LSD preload is at 105. The plates are at 5. The center to rear ratio is 23/25. And this rear differential, just by doing this setting, these settings, that I would manage to cut off about 2 seconds. Right away, you can notice the speed difference again already. And you'll also notice how early you have to shift the default setup, and you really lose time on those shifts. And you hold fourth. This is also the first time you should be lifting off the throttle or braking. You want to lift around the 100-meter board and brake right away for the chicane. It's really important to nail the chicane, and it's better to be a little slow on the entry and get a good exit because this is a really long straight. So for the brakes, the discs and calipers and everything are the same as default, but you do want to turn the front and rear cylinder pressure down. This actually increases the braking pressure. Also the brake bias, I'm running 52.5. This really helped onto the wheels tab, and this force feedback multiplier is really important if you feel like you're not getting good force feedback. I increased the negative camber and a little bit of negative toe. Having higher tire pressure seems to be acting kind of weird right now, and it makes the car get up on 2 wheels. So I'm just keeping it at 32 right now. Right away as we get back to the split screen, you can see the speed difference is massive. You want to stay full throttle through this next corner, and you want to switch up into fifth gear around 167 to 170. And it seems like the default setup is just really slow once you get up into fifth and sixth gear. So it's better to lift a little early here. It's a really high speed section, and it's really easy to lose control of the car. Then once you go through the next marker, you don't want to brake hard until you get to this next braking marker around the tree and you're straightened out. This is probably the most dangerous part of the stage. It's really easy to end up in the guardrail.
And 6 left, 100. Caution, heading left, tightens late 50. 5 left, 250, kinks.
For the front suspension, I kept the adjuster ring the same and the spring stiffness in the front the same. On the rear, I raised the adjuster ring a little bit and increased the spring stiffness a little bit. I did make some adjustments on the dampers. You might have to pause. There's really only 4 or 5 of them that are changed between the front and rear. And onto the axles tab, the front and rear anti-roll bar have been adjusted slightly. This next corner is really tricky. It's downhill braking, and there's like a sidewalk curb on the inside you kind of have to be careful with, and brake a little early, stay wide on entry, and try not to hit the inside curb in a way that's gonna throw you off. This can also be a little tricky. You want to lift and downshift about halfway across the bridge. Here I thought I shifted up into fourth a little early. You really want to be around 131. Also keep in mind that if you're drifting around these hairpins, you're losing a lot of time. You really don't want to be drifting. You really don't want to be sliding the car very much at all. And going into this final corner, you want to hold fourth gear and try to keep it around 135 as your minimum speed. It is tough. You can end up in the guardrail if you come in a little too fast. It's a very long turn, and once you're around the bend, you really want to hit the brakes and pivot the car hard to the right. It's a crest, so you kind of need to have the car pointed where you want to go before you're on top of the crest. And there's a finish line sign right behind the guardrail that you want to aim for, and actually, if you can, hit the sign. Let's go. Oh, that was a great run. Insane. Top 5, man. Well, I definitely feel really good about that run. So that was a top 5 run and a stage guide. I did spend a lot of time working on this setup, and it feels really good, to me at least. I'd be really curious if you try it out. Drop a comment and let me know what you think. I ended up being about 100th off of 4th place. You can watch the full raw run uninterrupted. Thanks for checking out the video. Let me know what you think of this format. I do have another stage guide and setup video that's a different format on Alpha Bidno Wales in the Vintage Alpha. If you want to check that out and see what format you prefer. Believe it or not, this video probably has like 1,000 edits in it into like 20 layers, so anyways, I was trying to get as much in as fast as I could, so, but I think in the end, having a little extra time to actually absorb some information and not feel rushed about it is probably a little better. Consider checking out some of my other videos and hitting the like button, drop a comment and let me know what you think of Assetto Corsa Rally. They got